Exactly how you're going to become a social media influencer.
Girls, if you want to become influencers,
so you want to blow up on TikTok, here's how you're going to do it.
If you've ever wanted.
In 2019, roughly 57% of Gen Zers said they would become an influencer if given the opportunity. Now with short form content, it feels like everyone has this opportunity. For many influencers, it seems like they're living a life of luxury way separate from ours. They may have started in their childhood bedrooms or at college doing get ready with me's or different videos that are popular within their niche. But now they seem to live lives of luxury, ones without 9-to-5s, many of them don't have college degrees, and even some didn't finish high school. With short-form content, especially TikTok, it seems like anyone has the chance to blow up and live similar lives to their favorite creators. But now the space is arguably so beyond oversaturated. But how did social media, once a place for creativity and self-expression, become this watered-down, bland area that we once used as an escape, but now we need an escape from? In this video, I'm going to be explaining all of it and further elaborating on my point that monetization has killed creativity on social media. I just want to make a quick disclaimer before we get further into this video. All opinions are my own, and with that being said, they are just opinions. With all of that being said, let's get into this video. Hi everyone, my name is Melena. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my room. I've never really done a commentary style video like this. This is brand new to me, but honestly, I've just been so bored with my social media. Not with what I'm creating personally, but with what I've been watching. I feel like finding new creators is almost impossible, and I fear I've linked it back to money. I think monetization has truly ushered out this era of what social media used to be. And I'm not trying to be one of those people like,
we need to go back to the good old days of social media.
Because it's not like that, and I totally understand that there are other aspects of social media that make it a inherently negative place. Bullying, self-perception, etc., etc. I also want to say people who make money on social media or people who want to make money on social media are not bad people. And I don't want it to come off like that because that's not the truth. And I see that there's so much good in monetizing. Let that be known. Especially just in the climate we're in right now, supplemental money can make a huge difference for people, for families, for people who can't really leave their house, for people who are just big dreamers and want to live outside of a 9-to-5. Being an influencer, being a content creator feels like a great option. But I do, however, in a general context, think that monetization has absolutely killed social media. I think a lot of it is mostly on TikTok because TikTok is short videos. You don't need a lot to make a TikTok video. You can just have a phone and you can be in the app and edit a video and have it go viral overnight. With that being said though, it's much harder to go viral like how it used to be. Like, do you guys remember Alex at Target? He went viral and then he was on Ellen and everyone talked about him. Like, now if you go viral, there's a ton of people who won't see it because there is a huge number of people on the TikTok platform. How many times does someone actually gain a following that they retain and that they're able to monetize and make a living off of? Very few. People can get 100,000 likes on a TikTok now and move on with their life. There was people I went to high school with, like I just finished high school, I'm going into my first year of college. There's people I know from my hometown that have gotten 50K, 100K, like it's becoming a new normal and they didn't make a dime off of it. I really want to start with an example that a lot of us may know, and that is Miss Emma Chamberlain. Now, I love Emma Chamberlain. She has a very unique pipeline of normal high school girl to celebrity. I would say she transcends influencer status because she's hosting and she's becoming a household name and she has this brand that's sold in Target now. Like, she's just on a whole nother level and has created this new kind of tier for influencers. How did she first go viral though? She was just making really relatable and funny videos. Like, she has an amazing personality and I feel her original YouTube videos really let that shine. And if you've ever heard her talk about how she started her channel, it was just kind of like for her friends. It was for the bit. Over the years, she kind of moved from this like regular person vlogger to this luxury brand connoisseur, if you will. She's hosted the Met Gala, and I fear that this has made her lose fans because now that she's making all this money and she has this very, I would argue, luxurious lifestyle, she's much harder to relate to. And on her podcast, Anything Goes, I don't remember the episode, but she talks about how she was hiring an editor. She said that it really burned her out and took away a lot of her love for filming and making content because editing was the one thing where she felt she really got to shine as a creative. Mind you, a creative. So when you take that creative aspect away, a lot of fans were like,
Oh my girl, this isn't you.
This isn't who we came for, this isn't who we subscribed for. And this has a lot to do with originality, and I fear when money got brought into the situation with YouTube, originality was kind of pushed to the back burner. What can go viral? What is popular? What is trending? What can I do to get on the For You page? What can I do to make an extra few dollars? Like, when you don't even put in a little sprinkle of your personality, you're not original. How many hundreds of other people are in that same exact niche, doing that same exact thing, trying to get to that same exact goal of making money and having a job, being an influencer? I also feel like there's a lot of people, especially with TikTok, and I'm not trying to rip on TikTok because I love watching TikTok, but I feel like it's just the nature of the algorithm on there. There are so many people who make separate accounts just go viral. They just want to do brand deals and open PR. As a viewer, and I'm coming from someone who has made YouTube videos just for fun, like I have never earned an ounce of money from anything I've posted on YouTube for 10 years. I'm only 18. It's been over half of my life I've been making content for YouTube because it's something I enjoy, and I used to make doll videos when I was younger, and then I kind of transitioned to this channel in middle school. I'm also someone who is very chronically online. I love consuming media on the internet, and I've always been like this, and I've always loved YouTube, and I've always had my YouTubers I've watched. When I keep seeing these people who so clearly making content, not because they enjoy it, but because they enjoy the idea of the possibility of making money, it feels very ungenuine. To me as a viewer, I don't want to watch that. Like, I would rather watch someone who has the worst camera setup of all time. If they're funny, if they're interesting, if their content I learn a lot from or I'm just entertained by, would love to watch that over someone who is only motivated by money. It just gets old so fast. First of all, how are their parents buying all that? That's not my place, I'm not a parent. But a major problem that they've been having is that a lot of these kids are using retinol. And if you don't know what retinol is, it's a preventative type of step for premature aging. And you should start using it in your 20s. Retinol specifically is not good for you if you're before the age of 20. You should not be starting that in your teens, let alone when you're 7, 8 years old, because it really breaks down your skin barrier and that is so much harder to heal. But you can't even be mad at these kids because they're just repeating what someone else said. They saw someone on the internet using retinol, they're like,
I love this person. I think their videos are so fun. I want to be just like them. I'm gonna get retinol.
there's a 18-year age gap in between you. The influencer you watch who's 26 is going to use retinol, but that doesn't mean it's good for you. They don't have the knowledge or the life experience yet to expand on their own ideas. That is what makes sense for them at that age, developmentally. I think this behavior not only applies for children, but I would argue that I even see this with a lot of people who are just seeing people who are viral online and just taking the formula and putting themselves in to their shoes. Some people, you can just tell they don't even post things they're genuinely interested in. That's why it falls flat. That's why it's hard to connect with them, because they're not even posting things they like. They're posting what it seems like social media as a whole, as a collective is liking, is interested in. The idea of only doing it for the money and only being in it to go viral not only kills creativity, but it kills individuality. And to link it to what I was talking about earlier, that's why Emma Chamberlain blew up, because she was so unique and the way she did things was very true and authentic to herself. When other people went in and they tried and recreated Emma, they often didn't succeed. And so that's what I think we're seeing. But now there are so many people and it's so accessible to TikTok that now almost everything you see is just a recreation of what someone else did. And it lacks 90% of the time, I would say. I don't want to say all the time because I don't want to generalize. It lacks individuality. And that's what made social media so fun, because people don't want to do that anymore. They don't want to edit the videos. They don't really want to be involved in this creative process, but they see the money signs and that's all that really matters to them. Again, like I said, I don't think that they are awful people, and I don't think that sometimes even the videos are awful. It just lacks individuality and creativity. And I think in a world that we are so driven by tech and now we're driven by artificial intelligence, at least on my end, I want something real. I want real emotional connection. I don't want to just sit and watch a video that an AI could generate. I want to know why you're interested in the things that you are. I want to know why you started posting. But the long form also just allows you to get to know people better, because I think it centers more on the person or the subject instead of a small look at a specific topic, if that makes sense. So I think that's all I really have to say on that. I think the way social media is looking right now is honestly just really disappointing for people who really just enjoyed what social media used to be, but I don't think we're so far removed that we can't go back to that. But also I think it will be difficult. I've honestly really enjoyed filming this video and kind of preparing for it. I'm sorry if I was a little bit all over the place. Don't be discouraged if you want to create, and remember your why. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!